Hi guys, today I'm going to show you a complete creation process of the material shown in the intro. First of all, I'm going to walk you briefly through the workflow. We are going to use Blender for creating the base shapes, then bake them in XNormal, and finally bring this base to Mixer for mixing. Okay, so see you soon and I hope you will like it. So we are going to start in the modeling program. I'm using Blender. You can use whatever else you want. We're going to go to orthographic, top view, and I'm going to use a reference image that I found online. Just a normal photo from some shop selling wood floors. I'm going to add a plane. I'm working in metric scale in centimeters. So the plane by default is 2 meters on 2 meters. So for Mixer, that's perfect. And I'm going to scale up my background image to be the size of my plane. Actually, is it actually 2 meters? Yeah, it is. Okay, okay, that's great. We are going to take the plane, just subdivide. I'm gonna delete those vertices to work in mirror mode. Yeah, and I'm just going to subdivide my edges to create those patterns. So there will be an edge everywhere that we want to have a crease. So it's fairly simple. I'm gonna turn on clipping so those sides don't move. Try to be fairly accurate so you will achieve better angles. So here we need 2, 1, 2. Actually, I think we need 2 everywhere. So I'm just going to subdivide it twice, all of them. Okay, now I will start to join the main shapes. Okay, I'll subdivide this one and this one twice. You can do it one by one, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, and this one also twice. Second one, we don't really need that much, just for cleaner geometry. So I can start joining them. Seems like it fits here. I'm sorry for the background noises. We just live in a pretty busy neighborhood here in Poland, Poznań. I'm gonna straighten it up for no reason, just to have it clean. And what I will do now, there is few ways you can do it, really. We are going to do it how I did it originally. So I'm just gonna select some shapes that are not touching each other. Separate them into shapes. These two, this is a separate one. This is a separate one. Okay, so now I have them all separately. I'm going to extrude them like they are now. When I was joining them and then doing this, I was getting some glitches and some weird results. I don't know. I really don't know why. Oh wait, this one is separate. Okay. Now I'm just gonna join them all together back again. I'm going to delete the faces here. Then I'm going to get all the top ones without the sides, of course. And scale them to 0. Oh, we are missing one shape. It disappeared somewhere. No problem. I probably deleted it by mistake. This one again. And I will just check the height of it, copy it to this one. I will lower them down, all of them. We don't need them to be so high. And we are going to recalculate them and add bevel modifier. And as you see, we are already getting those nice creases that we wanted. Keep watch over rotation scale if it's correct, because the bevel modifier will not work correctly if you have them some sort skewed, or if they're just incorrect, it will not work well. So I'm going here for 4 millimeters. I'm using angular, and I will add 10 segments just so I don't have to do anything else to them. Actually, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Why not? So that is our basic shape. Now if you add mirror on top of that, we get the entire shape. Nice. So now you can actually make decisions. What will be made out of what materials. Also, I think that I would want to have some nice metal parts that we actually forgot about. But that's not a really big issue. We're just going to add them on top, or we can even add them straight in Mixer. Now for the masking part, as I said, we just have to figure out what will have what material. So these two planks, they will definitely go in one direction. These two planks will go in another direction. This has another direction. So we just have to group them into materials to bake an ID map out of it. So I'm going to add materials to it in, let's say, the default renderer. If you're using a later version of Blender, just use Eevee for that. Just gonna create a few of them to give us colors. So this we will group into one. This into another one, maybe blue. We need more of them, like pinkish. This one we will group with the light pinkish. This with green. And we need one more. Let's make it yellow. It will be for this little bad boy. Okay, I think that's enough. I will take all of that, duplicate it, put it on a different layer. I will actually apply the modifiers on the copy that we have. Always leave a backup, no matter what. You might always need it. This one I can also. I will join them together. Create a new one. Let's make it light green. Remember, it's not a modeling tutorial. This is not the proper way to model everything, but we are just going to bake it to a low poly, so it's not very, it would be more important if it was regular shape, like if it was a lamp, then geometry, of course, even in high poly it would matter, but we are just baking it from top, so it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, we can get rid of the background image, it's just annoying us at that point. And I'm going to add another plane. Be sure that your your cursor is on the origin point of our first model. I'm going to take it, unwrap it. Unwrapping a simple plane gives us the desired effect of having the entire plane on the UV. This we don't need to unwrap. I'm just going to change the names of my objects. So this is a high poly. This is our low poly. I'm going to check their scales just in case. And we can export them. So this is high poly, export OBJ. I have the presets selected. Just go to selection only and keep vertex order. Those two are pretty important. I already tried to record it once, so I have them here. So I'm just going to overwrite it. Go to the low poly. There is one thing I want to do first, before we export though, because I'm not sure if all the shapes are perfect. Also the bevel sometimes doesn't do everything in quads and triangles. So just in case, I'm going to duplicate it again. Select all of it, press Ctrl T. It will triangulate the entire construction. So we always have triangles, so XNormal can calculate it correctly. And I am going to use this plugin, Weight Normals. In later iterations of Blender, you have it just somewhere here in this panel, from what I remember. So just use that, and if you're working on the same version of Blender as me, then just download Weight Normals. Just write into Google Weight Normals. I will add a link in the description of the video. Okay, so we are going to export it again to high poly. And for now, that's it with Blender. So we will head to XNormal now. We will, to high definition meshes, we will add the high poly we did. Here we will add the low poly we did. We will use the tools, ray distance calculator. Just press go and stop, copy the results. Our baking setup. We need 4K on 4K. We'll bake ambient occlusion, normal map, and most important, well, not most important, just important, height map. Anti-aliasing, set it up to 4. It will take you some time, but the results will be very good. Name it wood floor 01, save, bake. We will just check on normals if everything is baking correct. Seems everything is fine. Just back here for a second to next normal. So when you're baking the height map, you'll probably get this pop out. So fit to window so you see the entirety of the map. Let's see if we can change anything. Yeah, it will work pretty slow. This is incorrect because the only height differences should be the creases to the flat surfaces. Everything seems fine, apart from the fact that we probably didn't hit our circle. Circle is not visible here. I think we will just add it then in Mixer. We also get those little black spots because in our model, where you see here, we have little increments. We didn't add anything on the bottom of the model, but it's not a problem really. We can just paint it up in Photoshop. So to apply it, you just have to click exit on it and it will continue baking further. And now to the AO, it will take some more time. So I checked out the bakes. They went out pretty fine. Just before we proceed, I would want to make some changes to what we did here. First of all, because we worked on a mirror mode, those two shapes, the wood will go one way and here the other way. So we still have to give a different ID to those ones. Oh, for the record, I'm working on the second layer where we had the model with the high poly with non-applied modifiers. So work on that one. I will add 2 new materials. And let's give it light bluish. Bang, 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 bang. No. No. What is it? Okay. Let's go. And the other ones are those. This is one direction. This goes the other direction. So we need one more. We are slowly getting out of colors. Okay, whatever. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. So we are not changing those, I guess, because they are going to be one material. Yeah, they are going to be marble or something like that. But I figured out that this circle that we did will not look very pretty because there are no creases here next to it. It will be like a separate entity to our bakes. So I'm going to delete it and let's try to figure out something different. I will select all of those. I shall scale them No, scale and without z-axis. Okay. That should be enough. Are we looking actually from top view? No. Okay, so thanks to that, we created this little crease. And now what would be the smartest way to insert another shape over there? Let me think. Select them again. Move them to this layer. Sorry. Delete, apply, select, remove doubles. Yeah. That's a pretty simple mistake. Recalculate, extrude to the top. Can we actually select it like this? Okay. And join it with the bunch. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, we have been working on the model that has everything applied as well. So this was our backup. Oh, well, I guess it worked fine anyways. So I will just add the bevel modifier here. Give it 4, angle 10. Okay, I think now we're cool. And just give it, first we just gonna join it. We have to apply the bevel first, then join it, yes. And then just select it. Sometimes that doesn't work, no idea why. And add another material. Is this distinguishable from the others? Okay, guess that's fine. Oh, we will have a lot of masking. Oh boy. And also, if we are not making those marble, actually we can make them. We will fiddle with it, we will see. Okay, so what you do is, this we can delete, but what you do is you export it again. Check scales, export it again as OBJ. The cool thing is that you don't have to re-import it to XNormal. He will just re-upgrade this as default. The only thing you have to do is ray trace again, because probably the height, because of this thing, it will change. I will just wait till 10 seconds. Stop, copy results. Go to baking and bake this all up again. Yes, I want to rewrite it. I want to just see if anything is changing here. Did it substitute our model for sure? Yeah, you can see here we have the metal part. Actually, what I did in the meantime, I changed the materials a little bit. So this is going one direction, so it has to have a separate material. This has to go separate direction. And I changed the colors of these ones because I want to make them wood. So this is one, this is second. Those cubes will be stone or something. So I changed them to one color. And the yellow ones also, and these ones will be darker wood. But we can still change it later, I guess, if it's not working out for us well. So I fiddled a little bit with baking the ID map in Blender. It worked. I'm gonna show how I did it. I hate baking in Blender, I have to admit. I did the baking in Marmoset for the original project. So I will walk you through like exactly what I did. So on this, we don't change anything on the high poly, just stays the same. On the low poly, I created simple material and added it a texture slot that I added to this, to the color bump. And I created a new texture, 4000 on 4000, like this. Image, no, not like this. New, just right here, 4000, 4000, give it a name. And after you create it, just assign it here. Then I went to baking options. I am in cycles render, just so you know. So I went to cycles render and I converted all the materials to node editing, just clicked it one by one. I pre-recorded this before, but it didn't work. I made some mistakes. Now I have it correctly, I guess. I've set the margin to 4 pixels. Choose diffuse and only color. So the thing you choose has to be darker gray. Select 2, and I gave the range to 1000 because we are working on metric scale, so it has to be higher. And what did I forget before? I definitely didn't set the world. The world has to be set like this, to pure white. And that's pretty much it. And to bake, you hit the high poly first, then you click the low poly, and then you just click bake. And you wait 1-2 minutes. And this is the result that I got. So if I go to texture now, it should appear properly. Yeah, it's fine. So this is our ID map. I'm just gonna save it. And I'm gonna save it as ID save. Okay. So what we need now is to take out masks out of this. So this is pretty simple. It takes a little bit, but it's pretty simple. Just open Photoshop or GIMP or whatever you use. Go to the place where you have it all saved up and choose the ID map. Cool. Just make a lot of new layers. Go to this. I have it in Polish, but it's select color range. Just click on the color. Press on the new layer, set it to white, and set it and click. That's all. So now we have one mask. We will add black background later. So the second one. I'm pretty sure there is an easier way for this. Just I haven't figured it out yet. Oh, did we do it with brown? Yeah. Yeah, it's fine, I guess. Okay, next one. Okay, we have it all. Now just add another layer, make it black. And we are just going to export them one by one. So this will be, I will save as it's JPEGs, mask 01. Okay, I'll just finish it and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back here, mixer. We're going to import the textures that we baked. So normals. Normals look just fine. We will see if we even need the displacement map, height map, whatever. And last but not least, the occlusion map. I don't know if it doesn't look better without the displacement. You can always turn it on later. This one looks pretty prominent anyways. Holes are not too big. It's fine. Okay, so we are going to start stacking on our materials. You can download, if you are creating this for purpose of Unreal Engine and you're logged in with your Unreal Engine account, you can download the materials. If not, then you have to buy them. If you're creating it for other commercial purposes. I'm going to start up with wood, just right here. This one, repetitions to 1. We can fiddle with it later. And we will max out the threshold for now and wrap to our base. So we will use it first on this one, I guess. Yes. So to do that, we will use the masks we have created. We will add a layer stack, mask stack, and add a map. Custom image, select image, add image. Maybe we can add all of them at once? No? Okay. We will just add this one. And here we have wood on this one. We will adjust the colors and brightness first. I think I will desaturate it a little bit, make it a bit darker. And there are also other things you can fiddle with here. You can add some contrast to it. And actually, I think I will, yeah, I will add some repetitions to it. It should be fine. With roughness, we can fiddle later. Doesn't have any gloss to it, so we will just adjust the roughness value, make it more shiny. Even more. No, I was doing it correct, yeah. Yeah, it has shine to it now. And we will adjust the frequency of the wood for it to have some bumping on it. Okay. Maybe actually the contrast is a little bit too strong. Let's go to 1, 2 roughly. Now I can duplicate this layer. And I will just change the image here. Add image, and it will be this one now. It should load up. Now we will go here and we will adjust the rotation of it. Wait, I will hide out those things. Placement, rotate by 90 degrees. And there we go. For it not to repeat like this, let me check out the setup. We are working in 4K, that's why. It's working 2K. I will change the offset of it, so it doesn't look like exactly two same pieces of wood. Maybe like this. I will need wood rotated by 45 degrees now. I have to be honest, I don't know how to do it here in Mixer, how to rotate something by 45 degrees. I don't know if it's possible because of the nature of tiled textures. So what I did is I found this wood where I downloaded in my Mixer files. I took the image, all of its maps, put it in Photoshop, duplicated it to the top, to the side, to the side, to the side. I made it basically, tiled it myself. Then I selected all of them and rotated them by 45 degrees and saved them separately and imported them as a custom material here. So this is the effect. It's the same wood, it's just rotated by 45 degrees. That's a way I found to deal with this. I don't know if you know any other way, you can write it in comments or message me on Facebook. I would gladly learn how to do it differently. So with this, it's same process. First we will add map, add image. Let's start with these ones. Perfect. Okay, that's fine. Threshold, wrap. We will copy the color out of this one because it's exactly same texture, just rotated artificially, you can say. And copy the color. And adjust the contrast to 1.2. And it should look basically identical. Can we change the offset in any way? Yeah, we can. Okay, fine. So this one we will duplicate, change the mask by, what am I doing? Add image. And we will just rotate it by 90 and offset. That's, oh, okay, that's fine. Just, you have to keep them a little bit different from each other. That's all. Okay, and again, change the mask. Now these ones, and actually these ones, okay, the offset is incorrect for this one. Okay, I would wish to make it a little bit darker, not a little bit, a little darker. You like that? Yeah, that's fine. Duplicate again. And change again. That's cool. You have to rotate it to 0. That looks okay. Here we will have marble here as well. And on this one, we will have wood as well. So it's this one. Duplicate layer. Mask stack. Change mask. Add image. Which one was it? Not this one. This one. So they should go like this. Actually, yeah, they can all go like this, or we can just add another mask. And we are going to add a nice marble to those surfaces. I downloaded some marbles yesterday. You can use any other marble, it doesn't really matter. This one was interesting. Same thing, threshold, wrap to base, layer stack. Bang. And that map, add image. It was those guys. Yep. Okay, and actually the white one we can add as well. Yeah, they fit nicely together. Very nicely. What is better than one marble? 2 marbles. Okay, these guys. Maybe we should change them. I think this is okay. Last metal to this. I think I will just add normal metal or gold. Yeah. Do we have any metals? We have gold. And same process again. It's the last one. I promise. No, I cannot promise. Add image and our star. Star of the show. I think we will make the central piece darker. So we will copy the color we have created before, and we shall add it to this guy. And to this, no, what am I doing? And to this guy. I think this entire construction here should be white marble. Yes. We will duplicate it twice. And change the mask. And the other guy, this one, 7. And we can hide them for now, once we are not using. Maybe later we will change our mind, but for now we will leave it like this. And for the basics, I think that's pretty much it. It certainly looks interesting. I can't say I have seen a surface like this ever. We freestyled a little bit, I guess. Let's add back our displacement. Let's make it less. I don't know why this opacity is not working, but we can add our wood one more time. Doesn't matter which one, it can be this one. And adjust its threshold. We will be adding different stuff to those crevices, but let's have a base so it doesn't look too deep. And let's make it black. I think that we have to make it a little bit closer. Let's change the color. Okay. This way it will look more like wooden panels. We can do it without displacement, but if we don't add displacement, then we will not be able to add dust particles and dirt into the crevices. And I'm gonna search for some dirt in my local library. This we will need for sure. We will add this one. You can pretty much use any that you want. We will adjust the low frequency to 0. We will not preserve the details. We'll this from below and the radius to 0. Yeah, that should make it a lot better. Change the color of it to be something dark. And we will procedurally mask out parts of it. You will make the amplitude higher, frequency, octaves, everything. I think it's a little bit too much. No, frequency must stay higher. You like this? Let's change the color for a second to check. Yeah. That's okay. I think this detail is too strong. Where's this one? Let's turn it back to 1. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so we have the dust in between the planks. Let's go back to this road dust now. Change its placement. All right. Actually, preserve the detail, radius to 0. Don't blur anything. Yeah, that's much better. I think it's small enough now. Okay. Should adjust this one as well. We will mask out parts of this with a noise. because it was too much. Okay. We will add some variation to our wood planks, because they are all the same shine. We'll just add a solid layer. And we will put the threshold to max. We'll wrap it. Can put it underneath those two so they pop out better. And we will definitely use a lot of masking here. Okay, maybe the frequency is too much. Right. Okay, we will add another stack. And we will give it subtract for now, because they always work better if you check more possibilities. Maybe minimum value between those two. Yeah, the minimum works fine. And the rest of it we will just mask out by hand so they are not so strong. And we don't want them to appear on the marble parts, as well as we don't want them to appear on the metal parts. So we will add another mask. And I think number 7 was one of the ones we need. Yes. Yeah, it's taking it away. Good. So we will add another one. I remember that number 9 for sure was one of ours. And also subtract. And now these two, let's just check their numbers. 3 and 5. Okay. So another one. Three. Why is subtract not work? Oh, it is. Nice. It should work 100%. Yeah, it does. All right. And another one. This time number 5. And subtract. Okay. So the only one missing are those little fellows. And it is number 10. Map. And number 10. Subtract. Okay. So we got rid of those. Place one more. one more on number 8. So another one, number 8, and subtract. Good. So we masked it out already out of all the elements that are not wood. And now for this itself, we will definitely turn off albedo completely. Or actually, we can make it black. Oh, where did it go? Okay, here. We can make it black and make the opacity like 10%. But it will still work on our roughness. But we will also turn it down, 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 down. Yeah, it will just give it this worn feeling. Actually, I want to get rid of this dust on those as well. Yes. Okay, it should not appear anymore. Because this dust would not stop at something that is higher, it would just fall off. Yeah, and at the end, I think we will just add some scratches on the wood. So we will create another solid layer, make it black, put it on top, wrap it down, add paint mask. Erase it out first. Let me check. Brushes, scratches. I think it was this one. I'll download it again. Go back to viewport. Yeah, it's this one. Down with the size. Looks like we added them somehow. Don't know when did this happen. Okay, and now we're gonna delete some of them with another brush. It was just too much. Okay, and the rest we will mask out from those stones that we have, because we don't need scratches on stones to just look weird. Let's go to top view. Actually, I think I can rotate the brush, give it a 45 angle. Yeah, that's better. And turn the size down and up and up and down. Okay, almost. Am I on black? Yes. And just mask it up. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. This material is pretty simple. I just want to show the primaries of the techniques that I used to create the previous one. I think I showed all my techniques here that I used for the previous one in this video. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I know it was not the best quality and that I'm pretty amateurish and that there's a lot of noise in the background, but write me in the comments what you think and if you found anything useful, and yeah, just write whatever you want in the comments. Bye.